Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I made a video, but with the whole what's been going on in just 2020 alone just made me not want to do anything related to like YouTube or any other creative outlets that I've been doing. If you see the title of the video, you already know what this video is going to be about. So just listen to me venting about just 2020. To begin, like with the whole coronavirus thing, honestly, I thought that we was going to be on like quarantine for 2 months. We're now heading into month 7 of quarantine, and let me tell you, I feel trapped. I feel like a fucking prisoner in my own house. I lost a job, so I had no income. I had to file for unemployment. Luckily, I was one of the very few people who got their unemployment on time. And around the time I got my unemployment, I had my taxes returned, and I got the stimulus checks all around the same time, by the grace of God. Um, but I noticed that you had to keep filing it, and the site where you have to go file it, it was so much because so many people was on it. It was very annoying, very tiresome, and exhausting. And what pissed me off the most was the grocery shopping. There was so many people who, especially in the first like 2 3 months of this, everybody wanted to grocery shop just to get out the house. It was so annoying because I love grocery shopping. It's relaxing to me. I know. It's relaxing to me. And people just made me hate it. Like the Dollar General that's where I live, I can't even find bleach there no more. And it's like, yo, they people are there every day and I hate it. So I don't even go there no more for Dollar General. I have to find a new Dollar General. It sucks. But you know, that wasn't the worst thing to come out of this whole whatever the fuck this is. Can we talk about what happened in May for a second? May was that was a month. It was my birthday month also, so you know, happy belated birthday to myself. But what happened in May was just, I never thought I would ever see anything like this. To be to start it off, it was what resulted from the death of George Floyd sparked this whole Black Lives Matter worldwide protest. Now it wasn't just George Floyd who died like in the span of like days last week. We also had Breonna Taylor and another gentleman. Forgive me, I forgot their names. And it's sad that I forgot his name because it's so many names I had to keep remembering. You know, that's really fucked up. But it was a worldwide protest. And you know, out of everything, what I seen within the protest, now there's some foolishness I saw too, with the people who just went to the protest to break into stores and steal shit out of. You guys are wrong because that's not what the protesters are for. But the other things I saw were with the cops. How instead of them just, you know, arresting the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and, you know, them being fired and not getting their pensions for being police officers because they don't deserve it, they just let it go on. Like this motherfucker, one of the dudes who shot, was it Breonna Taylor or George Floyd, went on vacation down here in Florida. Like the audacity that you're on vacation with your family while another family is suffering and in grief and whatnot. And the whole Breonna Taylor thing just pisses me off. Like y'all was at the wrong house, wrong place, and you shot her to death for no reason. And there was no repercussions for any of that. They're still out there living their best lives. Like what the fuck? And all that, like, me seeing all of that, I kind of had a mental breakdown. And I never had a mental breakdown. It was so much. I'm so tired of seeing, like, my brothers and sisters getting slain in the streets. If it's by our own hands or fucking police hands, I am tired of that shit. This shit alone, I am tired. Right now, we're dealing with natural disasters like a motherfucker all over the earth. From floods to hurricanes to earthquakes to random fires for no reason. Like, yo, I don't know. I feel like we're like literally in the beginning of the book of Revelations. Like, it's so bad. And honestly, I'm exhausted. I want this year to be over. I'm done. I am tired. That's the name of this title of this video gonna be. I am tired, because I am, for real. And to go back to the whole police shooting, the most recent one, like, that was uncalled for. Like, really? The whole thing that just happened recently with Jacob Blake and him being one of the very few people who happens to survive a shooting with the police officers, like with the police. And then, but the downside of it, that he's paralyzed from the waist down for the rest of his life. Like, they shot this man in front of his kids and his wife. Like, you know how traumatizing that is? And then, and then we have this little wannabe, I'm gonna call him a terrorist, because that's what he is. When they was protesting over that shooting, decides he wanted to drive to a whole nother state with an AK-47 and decides he wanted to shoot into the crowd. Like, and then didn't get arrested. Like, they just charged him like a few hours ago. Like, America's broken, honestly. And it's not just a black people thing, it's an everybody thing. And we need change for real. So, yeah, that's my whole rant. So, I will have more videos coming out. I just needed to get that on my chest. So, peace.